This trim didn't exist before. Today, we're going to take a test drive in the 2025 Acura MDX A-Spec Advance. And that means I'm not going to be an expert on this, but I did know somebody who is.
Hey Brian, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for joining me today. Alec Layton's a salesman here at Smale Acura in Greensburg. We're going to take this vehicle on a test drive. If you're interested in this MDX, come check it out at smaleacura.com. Let's talk about the first thing that catches my eye whenever we look at this, Alec. This is the exterior color.
It's called Apex Blue Pearl, Brian, with a red interior on it.
Wow, well, it definitely sticks out. It gives me Superman vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we nicknamed the package. It's called a Superman. On the 2025 here, they did a mid-model refresh on the MDX. So
it looks different.
Yeah, it is. So the whole front end is different here. And like I said, this is a whole brand new package that had been added to the MDX. We had it on the RDX previously in previous years from 2022 and on. And
we have those dual eye LED headlights in the front, the daytime running lights. And are those fog lights down there?
Yeah, those are fog lights, which are going to come on A-Spec and above packages. Yeah, the chicane daytime running light with the dual LED headlight is a great combination.
So coming around the side, you notice those glossy black wheels.
So that's going to be standard on, A-Spec and above packages. Instead of like a regular chrome, they do a gloss black chrome with either a gray or a gloss black wheel, and then all your A-Spec badging as well on the exterior and interior of the vehicle.
So also with that A-Spec package, right, you have blacked out features including these side view mirrors?
Yeah, everything's going to be blacked out on it with the A-Spec badges as well, the mirror along the windows there, and then the black roof rails up top, which is another nice feature there as well.
Yeah, black and blue and the red and the chrome really just all pop on this vehicle.
Yes, it does.
Does it have keyless entry?
Yes, it has keyless entry. So if you just walk right up, put your handle, touch the handle there with your hand, get right in.
Lock the door. Yeah, and if I want to lock it back up, looks like there's ridges up there. I just hit that.
Right, you can touch the ridges on top, or Brian, you can set up a walk-away auto lock feature. So,
nice to have as well.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we have those automatic side view mirrors that kind of open and close.
Yep, auto folding mirrors when you lock the car, or there's a button on the inside that you can use.
Awesome. Coming around the back side, I'm noticing those LED tail lights kind of zigzag there around the side.
Yeah, with it being the A-Spec package, the tail lights are a little smoked out, so they're a little darker than the regular packages, which is a nice flare.
Let's get into the tailgate here, right?
Of course, yeah.
So we have looks like we have a hands-free access power tailgate.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick-access tailgate, so as long as you have the key on you, you can walk up right beneath and get right in.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Big thing I'm noticing down here, Alec, is the chrome accent down here on the back. That's going to protect the back of this vehicle from getting scratched up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like a smoked brushed aluminum, and it looks really good on the car as well. It pops with everything on all the color with the blue.
Additional storage down here. That's always nice to have. And if we look over here on the left-hand side, we have a power outlet, 12 volt right there, as well as a button for your trunk.
Yeah, so what that is there, Brian, if you press that, here, go ahead and press it.
Yeah.
So that's you and I are still right under here, we're doing something.
Yeah.
And then you just walk away and it'll close.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's definitely looking out for you.
It's a convenience feature, it's looking out for you. So you don't get your head whacked by the door lid there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can also press the button here and have this go all the way up as well. If we need more space in this back seat, I can just pull these down like so.
Yeah, they fold flat and everything will lie flush if you have them all done. Yeah. And the middle seat is also removable.
You know what else is really cool back there? There's a USB on the left and right side for those third row passengers as well as cup holders. So to put down this seat to get that additional storage space, pretty easy to do.
Then you just pull this lever here.
Oh, that's really cool. So you have different ways that you can put down the seats too. But super flat and really great. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at how much room we have in these back seats real quick. Getting into the back seats, wow, these red leather seats really stick out, Alec.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the black stitching and the black piping along the seats, it makes everything really pop.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that the everything in here really sticks out to me, including on the window here.
Yep, sunshades on both sides.
That's awesome. Limit the amount of light that you get in here. A little bit of storage, cup holders there on the door. You have storage on the back of these seats here.
Yes, absolutely. Also a tri-climate zone.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Right up here. And heated seats?
Heated seats in the back of the A-Spec Advance. That's going to be a
Awesome.
standard feature on Advanced and above.
That's amazing. We have a 12-volt power outlet down here with 2 USB-C fast charging ports. So a few other things I want to mention back here in the back seat. Obviously, you have this gigantic panoramic sunroof that actually comes up to my head here. It gives me a lot of visibility vertically, and I have the ability to put down the middle section, all right? So I have 2 cup holders back here as well as a little bit of storage, but a nice little armrest back here, Alec.
Yeah, and that's completely removable as well. It can either be a, a bench seat like that. You can use it as an armrest, or it completely comes out. There's a little pull right down here, Brian.
Oh, okay.
You just pull this here.
Yeah.
And then you lift from the back where your right arm is. Yeah. There you go, and the whole part just comes right out.
Oh, so this comes off and I can just sneak into the back row that
Yeah, absolutely.
way. That's really cool. And you can see, actually, you do have a 3rd row here, and I'd say, maybe for kids, it'd be a great 3rd row.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be more for kids for sure.
Cool. All right, well, that's a lot of features in the back seat. Let's jump up front, and then we'll get this thing on the road. So here we are in the front row of the MDX for the first time. I'm going to go ahead and start it up, put my foot on the brake, hit the power button there, and we have a giant animation come up on the screen letting us know, hey, we're in an Acura.
This is all brand new here, Brian, on the 2025. So it went from the touchpad infotainment to a regular touch screen again.
Oh,
so you can just reach right up here. It's actually dual screen. So you have this right over here. You have multiple different options, or this.
Well, that's so intuitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have things like your maps up there. Looks like there's some Google features.
Yeah, it's Google features, so Google Maps, Play Store, and Google Assistant. So for example, the Maps is a really great navigation system.
Yeah.
You can go right in, type it from, whatever you want to put in. You can search some different destinations, restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, things like that.
Well, that's great. I have Google Maps on my Google Pixel phone.
Yeah.
For people who maybe have Apple phones, is there any compatibility issues with that?
No, not that I've seen. I mean, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you can use both, very seamlessly. Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto lets you connect your phone to your vehicle so that you can make phone calls, send text messages, leave yourself reminders, give yourself directions, listen to your own music on your phone. And is that wireless in this vehicle? Yeah, so that's going to be wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as a wireless phone charger right here that you can just drop your phone right onto and it'll charge. Or if you wanted to use a plug-in, you have a regular USB and a USB-C fast charger.
So we have a 2-tiered armrest. This first tier looks like it's good for your your coins and loose change.
Yeah, wallet, pens, coins.
Then you open that up further. This is really nice. You have a lot more space down here to hide some things. You have a nice little mat in there to clean, and 2 USB-C fast charging.
Correct.
We have 2 cup holders down here, a little
storage area.
Yeah, and then here we have our controls for our
volume for the radio, so power for it, and if you want to just seek along radio or different stations. Awesome. The USB-C fast charger, regular USB-C. Your gears here: park, reverse, neutral, drive, sport, auto idle, stop, and then brake hold.
Perfect. So if anybody doesn't know what brake hold is, if I have the vehicle in drive here, I think I have to have my seatbelt on.
Yep, you have to have your belt on for it to be used. That is a prerequisite, Brian.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm here, I have brake hold on, and when I have my foot on the brake, brake hold comes up on the dashboard, and it lets me take my foot off of the brake to just kind of stay here idly. It's great for stop and go
traffic if you're in the city or anything like that.
Now, if I were to inch forward and then come to a complete stop there again, hold comes up, my foot is off the brake, and we're not going anywhere, So that's a really great feature to have for stop and go traffic. So above that, we have a few different things. We have our dynamic modes. Yeah. Right? So spinning that, we have our different drive modes.
Yeah, so you can go from snow, comfort, normal to sport mode, and then there actually is an individual mode where you can kind of customize how you want different things. Like if you want the suspension on the Sport or the steering on the Sport, but the engine on Comfort, you can customize it to how you like it.
I imagine this operates with the super handling all-wheel drive system. It makes it work different.
So the SH all-wheel drive system is very intuitive. It works with torque vectoring, so it's constantly shifting power to different sides wherever it would feel it needs it to go in an inclement situation.
So we have our AC settings here. We have our seating settings right here. We have our cool seats, auto seats, heated seats. And is that massaging seats?
Yeah, there are 9-way power massaging seats in the A-Spec Advance and above packages.
And that's not just for me to enjoy, but it looks like you have that too.
I have that too. If you just fire it on just like that, and you can go in and change what, massage setting that you would want it in. Shiatsu, step, awake.
Cool.
I mean, there's 9 of them. So right now I'm feeling a little tired, so let's rejuvenate myself.
All right, so we have this black perforated steering wheel here with the red stitching, the A-Spec badging down here on the bottom, and the bottom's flatter, right?
Yeah, on the A-Specs it's going to be a flat bottom steering wheel. With the A-Spec it's going to be the Sport Performance Appearance package.
Let's look at the left side of this steering wheel real quick. All of our audio settings here, power, volume, switching between those things here. You have your heated steering wheel, and then you have your push-to-talk button, so if you want to make phone calls or you want to use the Google Maps, navigate to here, take me here, it'll go right through there as well. Right side of the steering wheel looks like it's dedicated to the lane keep assist and the adaptive cruise control.
Right.
And you can also change different things up here on your dashboard. So let's take a look at that real quick. Right, on the right side of your dashboard here, you can adjust this to have your trip. You can have your navigation up there. That is huge.
Yeah, that's a new feature for the 2025, being able to have the nav up there as a shortcut.
That's really cool. Obviously, your oil life, tire pressure, and there's your G meter.
Yep.
You can see what power is going to what wheels with the super handling all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive system.
Oh, there's so many really cool things. You can even see who's wearing their seatbelt in the car. So up on the dashboard, I'm actually seeing my heads-up display. I have several different settings that I can go into there. I have my main menu up right now. You have back, phone, your radio settings. The heads-up display also gives you your miles per hour up there, so while you're driving, you never have to take your eyes off the road. Up top, we have our sunglass holder. We have the ability to open and close the shade too, right? And we can tilt and
open the moonroof.
Open the moonroof. Yeah, look at that. One press. Looks like we have a windscreen up here as well. It's going to protect us from any of the harsh wind and elements coming into the vehicle.
Yeah, and if you want to open it a little more, it'll pop open that full half portion.
Oh, wow. So you have a lot of air that you can come into here if you want. That's really cool. Then one press, I'll just go ahead and put that all the way forward. Also looking up here, you have your lights, and you have an SOS button here, and
HomeLink.
HomeLink. So definitely a lot of features there. Looks like that's an auto dimming mirror as well.
Yes, it is. It's auto dimming and the side view mirrors as well.
Well, that was a lot of features that we just went over. Let's get this thing out on the road and test some of them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Alec, let's go ahead and get this thing out onto the road. See what kind of pickup we have in normal mode.
Yeah.
Wow. So already in normal mode, I feel very sporty.
Yeah, it's going to be a naturally aspirated 3.5 V6, putting out around 290 horsepower with a 10-speed automatic transmission.
We're going to test out the turning radius here in a second, but I'll put it into sport mode, and we'll see how quickly this gets up to speed.
Yeah.
Turning radius time.
That's got a great turning radius, Brian.
Oh yeah, that stayed within both the lanes very easily there. Getting us up to speed. Wow. Now I'm hearing a lot more of that engine in this sport mode, and I feel like we got up to speed a little quicker too.
Yeah, you did. So when you put it in the sport mode, it's a lot more reactive. The RPMs go out longer. The steering's much more sensitive, so it's a lot tighter as well.
You're right. Yeah, it is. And that might have contributed also to the turning radius, right? Yeah. So I went ahead and activated the lane keep assist system, and I noticed that it's active because on the dashboard here, there's 2 green lines on either side of this animated vehicle, right?
Right, Brian. So yeah, if it's not picking the lines up, it would be white, which it's green there. So what's showing that it's picking up both lines, you're in your lane, and it's driver assistive technology. So it's going to slowly go into, you know, a gradual turn for you or things like that.
Well, you know what it's really interesting. It's almost like my steering wheel is magnetic towards keeping me within these lines.
It is. It's the car's using radar, different features and attributes to help keep you in the center of your lane.
Yeah, and I just trying to get over here to the right. It's just adjusting, nudging me back in the lane just a bit. There it is. I just tried to force it to go over the lines, and it actually vibrated the steering wheel, turned the right side of those lines red on me, and brought me back within the lines of the road.
Yeah, so that's a combination between the lane keeping assist and the road departure mitigation. The lane keeping assist is going to assist in keeping you in your lane, but if you do depart from the lane, the road departure mitigation will help bring you back into the center line.
Something else I'm noticing up here on, not only on the dashboard, but on my heads-up display, is that I see the speed limit sign.
Yeah, so you can have the speed limit, which is the sign, like a traffic sign recognition.
Yeah.
And it'll be right up on the dash or the heads-up display.
So I went ahead and set my adaptive cruise control to 53 miles per hour. The vehicle in front of us is actually going slower, going about 50. So we've slowed down to that speed, so there must be some type of radar situation going on.
Yeah. So the adaptive cruise control, it's a great feature. It's going to adapt to that driver in front of you, speed up or slow down to their speed.
So I can actually change the sensitivity, the distance between me and that vehicle as well, right? So it'll change the sensitivity of whenever we slow down.
So it's called your following intervals, and there's 4 different stages. The four of the lines would be the furthest, and you get a 3, you're a little closer, 2, a little closer, and 1, you're right up on them. I like to think of them as a little bigger than a car length of piece.
And it looks like, will this come all the way down to a complete stop?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So we have somebody coming up in our blind spot on the left-hand side there, so the blind spot monitor has come up. When I hit my turn signal, that light actually flashes, and I heard an audible alert.
Yeah, you get a visual and audible alert saying, you know, hey, I can't go into that lane.
So Alec, what do we have as far as warranty goes for the MDX?
So there's a 4-year, 50,000 mile comprehensive warranty, and then a 6-year, 70,000 engine and powertrain warranty on all new Acura models.
All right, putting the vehicle into reverse, we have predictive lines. As I turn the steering wheel, it's going to show us what angle we're going back into the spot. Looks like we got that 360 top view camera,
right?
360
camera, help assist you in your lines, as well as parking sensors.
Yeah, and that's alerting me of this pole that's behind us here.
Right.
I obviously have some different angles that I can look at and make sure that I am not hitting into something. So while we're in reverse here, a truck's actually coming by the side of us, and we're able to see we have that cross-traffic monitoring,
Yeah,
right?
it's a really nice feature.
Yeah, it tells us what direction the vehicle's coming from, and it beeps at us and lets us know, hey, pay attention.
You get a visual and audible alert.
There we go, right there. Great to have in busy parking lot situations like this. So it's easy to see why the Acura MDX is such a popular vehicle in the Acura lineup. Alec, if they have questions about this new Acura, how can they contact you?
Yeah, they can just stop in right off of Route 30 in Greensburg at Smell Acura, or visit us online at smellacura.com.
That's going to do it for our test drive today, so until next time, enjoy the ride.